Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video kind of talking about my recent strongman competition that I've posted a few videos from, and just kind of giving a rundown on that, and then also kind of just letting you guys know what my plans are for the future, and kind of what I've been up to, and I just keep just kind of update everybody. So this last strongman competition was about a week and a half ago now. Some of you might have seen the videos already. There was 5 events at this competition. I only fortunately I only got videos of 3 of the events, and those are the ones I have posted. This is my first officially first strongman competition, and what I did was I originally was thinking about entering the lightweight category, which is 181 pounds and under. But I also saw that the weight of the implements for the novice category, since this was my first competition, was the same as a lightweight, and I didn't want to have to worry about cutting weight for this first one, especially since my school schedule's been pretty crazy. So I just figured I'd go ahead and do that. So the way the novice category works in strongman is there's no weight associated with that class. So no matter what body weight you're in, you can enter this division if it's your first competition. So in some ways I thought this would actually be even more competitive, since actually at the competition I was the lightest competitor out of 6 competitors in this class. There was a guy that was 80 pounds heavier than me, and the lightest guy, the next lightest guy besides me, was 30 pounds heavier than me. So it definitely felt good to get the win there. So I ended up winning by 1.5 points for overall points. So the 5 events were the log, clean and press, the deadlift medley, farmer carry, so it was 200 per hand for 60 feet, and then a 500-pound yoke for 50 feet, 25 there and back. And then the final event was a 450-pound sled push 25 feet and drag back 25 feet. So I tied for first on the log clean and press. I won the deadlift medley. I won the farmer's carry. Tied for second on the yoke, and then second on the sled. So that was able to get me the overall win. Overall, I was happy with it, considering it was my first strongman competition. There are definitely some events I know I could have definitely done better on. So some main ones are definitely, I would say, like the log press. I was really hoping to do at least 230, maybe 250 was kind of what I was thinking originally. I've done overhead press 245 on a standard barbell. But I've only had limited time to get used to the log and just the awkwardness of it and getting the technique down. So I was only able to hit 210 on that. And the way they had it set up in strongman, also with 1 rep max events, is what they call Wiesel's rule, which is as soon as you miss 1 attempt, you have 3 attempts, but as soon as you miss 1 attempt, you're out. So it's not like powerlifting, where say you open with the weight, you miss it, you still can come back and try it 2 more times. With this, as soon as you miss 1, you're out, period. So I also wanted to play it wisely with my attempts. So I think the first one, I think I just made a good choice just to make sure. So the deadlift medley, I won that event. That involved 3 different types of deadlift within 60 seconds. The last deadlift was for as many reps as possible. So you went and started without the floor, a regular deadlift, with 315 pounds, and then you went to an 18-inch deadlift, which is just below the knee. That was 455, and then you went to an axle, which was 2¼ inches thick, and did that for as many reps as you could within the remaining time of a minute. And that was a 315 again. So I went through all those. I ended up getting 25 reps with the last weight on the axle. So that was enough to get the win on that. So that was pretty good. I mean, that was somewhere around what I was shooting for. I definitely wasn't not used to doing a lot of like reps normally in training, so that was a lot of reps from a conditioning standpoint for me to do. So yeah, I was fairly happy with that. And then the farmer carry was 200 per hand for 60 feet, and I had won that event by 0.3 of a second. I got 7 point. I can't believe I can't remember the exact number, but I know it was 7 something seconds. I had done about 5.5 seconds on that in training, and so that's kind of what I was hoping for. But after the first two events, especially after the deadlift medley, my hamstrings and glutes were just shot. So so that's what I ended up getting. But it was enough to just get the win. So I just had to take it. So and then the next event after that, sorry, actually the yoke was for that. So the 500-pound yoke. So this was an event that I also have not really trained that much, so just getting used to it. Definitely kind of one of my weaker events, but I've noticed the more I've done it, it just starts to feel better and better. So so that was after the deadlift medley, and I ended up tying for second on that. So it was I feel like I could still do better, but considering the fatigue that I was in right after the deadlift medley, and there's not as much. There wasn't a whole lot of time in between events to really rest too. So I think that was about the best I could hope for under the circumstances, and considering that a couple weeks before the meet I got pretty sick, so I missed a week of training, so that kind of threw things off. But so tied for second on that, and then like I said before, I won the farmers, and then the last event was the 450-pound sled, push 25 feet and drag 25 feet back. So I tied for I tied for the second fastest time on that, or I believe it was the second. But the guy that we did this event head to head, so the guy that beat me on this beat me by like just a fraction of a second. So a lot of it was at the very end of it. I actually beat him on the push there, and on the drag back, my quads were just done, and I just kind of gassed out there. But he also had probably 50 pounds on me, so that was a definite advantage, like for that event, anything pushing or pulling with the extra body weight. So overall, I was happy with it, having to get the win. I was just wanting to really get into this first one and get experience. So since I've won this one, I am qualified to go to nationals. But at this point, what I'm thinking is I'm going to wait till next year to do that. Big reason for that is I'll feel like I'll be more where I want to be by that point. Because my end goal is to be able to win a nationals as a lightweight and then go on to win a worlds. So I know I definitely have some work to do, and so I know that that's going to take time. So I just want to give myself time to be where I want, and then also the other reason is that by that point I'll be graduated school, and then I'll just have the stress of that done, and so that'll help just with the training and everything as well. So. So that's my plan with strongman right now. And as for now, I still plan on competing in powerlifting, just like I had before. At this point, I'm thinking I'll maybe do one meet a year. Right now, I'm thinking of doing a meet over the summer. This will be probably a NASA powerlifting event. There'll be a nationals that I'll probably be going to in Oklahoma City, it looks like. So some of my goals for that is I definitely want to officially hit that, break that 700 on the deadlift, and then I'd like to actually go back and break my strict curl record that I set 5 years ago, the 220 pounds in the 181 class. I'd like to go break that again. So those are some goals I have for that, and yeah, so those are kind of the main things. And then also over the next a couple of years, I'd like to start competing in arm wrestling as well. And so my goals are to get to the highest level and to be elite in all those strength sports. So I know it's going to be a lot of work and a long road ahead, but definitely looking forward to see what I can do and what I can accomplish. So just trying to stay in the game and stay healthy. That's been the biggest thing, especially this last couple of years, is just working around all these minor aches and pains and everything. And I know the longer you've been in the game, the risk of that only increases. So the more you can stay healthy, the better. Um, so that's kind of a rundown on everything and kind of my plans for the future. So I'll definitely be planning to post some of my upcoming training for powerlifting and strongman. And so just stay tuned and thanks for watching, guys.